Man, oh man, oh man. The Super
Yeah.
Bowl was a thrill ride last night, wasn't it, gentlemen?
You're just gonna
Yeah.
pump right up to the
Let's do
Super
it.
Bowl.
The Super Bowl, that has to be probably one of the
Oh,
most exciting games I've seen
Mhm.
in a while. I think probably since the last time. No, Philadelphia was in it last year. I wouldn't call that a very exciting game. Back a few years ago, back when Justin Timberlake did the halftime show,
yeah.
that was an exciting Eagles Philadelphia game. I can't remember who they
Yeah.
were playing against,
It's
but they won. So
it's so interesting. For years upon years, the Super Bowl was this. They kind of were like, okay, there's gonna be roughly. This is just a number. I don't know what the exact number is, but like 100 million people watching
sure,
this game. So the ads were very expensive. Everybody
still
wanted
are.
to be in it and stuff like that. And now we have things like, I mean, we don't, but Mr. Beast has videos that are hitting those numbers and maybe getting more views than on a consistent basis.
Right.
So the Super Bowl is still very, very popular, but maybe there's other things too that
Right.
that are hitting these views.
Right.
I think I do think the Super Bowl is probably still consistently making uh, a ton of money.
Oh yeah,
A
Yeah.
ton of
I mean,
money.
Whew,
in the
a
stadium
lot.
alone, I mean, people are going
Mhm.
and buying alcohol, they're buying food, they're buying
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff
Uh,
while they're there, and not on top of like people buy. Um, I just saw a picture. Mr. Beast was at the Super Bowl,
Sure.
and he had a Chiefs hoodie on. I was like, is he actually a fan of the Chiefs, or did he just buy
Mhm.
that so he could wear it to the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Yeah, I think, tons of merch. So much merch. My brother had an
That's how they make
interesting
their money, dude.
he had
Merch.
he had, like, an interesting, thought about each team has spends, who knows how much money on making the merch that says, the Kansas City Chiefs
Right.
Super Bowl championship
Sure.
2024, right? Um, he said, "I wonder if there's some guy somewhere that has a collection of merch from the losing teams, right?
Oh,
Just a
there's gotta
collection of
be.
hats on his wall from a team,
There's
from
somebody.
when, that was probably he has a hat that says, the 49ers
Right.
championship 2024."
Right. I think the Super Bowl makes most of its money from merch. I do think so. It's got so much. I mean, even just hold on. Do I know they don't own footballs,
Mm,
but am I correct in saying that a lot of these footballs you could buy at the store have little NFL logos on it?
probably. Mhm.
That means they're getting a cutback just for footballs to
Yeah.
play with, right?
Yeah, it's a big event made even bigger by pop culture,
Mhm.
with the, celebrity relationships involved,
Yeah.
the people in the stadium, who's gonna be performing the
Right.
halftime show. This is a big event.
Also, who when you're talking about ads
Mm,
being expensive, if you're talking about the
Mhm,
total amount that the NFL's making for not just the Super Bowl, but
mm,
for the whole season,
yeah.
advertisements on TV and streaming is a drop in the bucket, dude.
yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
$7 million for 30 seconds is not a
Mm,
lot compared to everything else they're making, you know?
Mhm.
no.
I mean, they're filling up stadiums every Sunday. Super Bowl is actually probably not even that lucrative compared to the NFL during the season.
Yeah,
Do
and
you think
it's,
they made a billion? There's like the number gets into the billions last night with
I think so.
money.
Has to.
Mm,
It has to.
I mean,
I wouldn't be
one
surprised, I guess.
advertisement is like it's like $1 million for like one
Are
trip.
are you saying it's maybe like
No.
a
I
y
just said
Just
$7 million for 30 seconds.
okay,
I
so
I think I think the if you looked at the gross income for the entire event, yeah, you're
yeah,
looking at closer to $1 billion.
like tickets,
Mhm.
merch,
Yeah.
beverages,
Post
food,
Malone.
Mhm.
yeah, everything.
Everything.
So listen, there's a couple trailers that came out during the show, right?
Mhm.
And some big films. We got the first view of Wicked, all right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We got the second view of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, first view of Deadpool outside of pictures that's been leaked from set. Okay.
I'm gonna say of these trailers that I've seen, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes has me the most hyped.
Yeah.
Uh,
It
from
looks awesome.
obviously Dune is the big hype machine for me, but
Yeah.
of the new trailers for stuff that's coming out, the Planet of the Apes looks fun.
It looks
Cool.
really good. Let us know if you guys are here live. Let us if you guys saw Kingdom of Planet of the Apes. We are going to be releasing our reactions to these trailers over
Mhm.
the next 2 days. So not only Super Bowl stuff, but other things like Quiet Place Day 1. There's a
Yeah.
big long Dune sneak peek as long as
Mhm.
YouTube doesn't block us when I upload it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
and
like a whole scene, dude. It's a whole thing. So I'm like worried. I'm like, I'm gonna upload this and YouTube's gonna be like, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? You don't get
Um,
a chance to post this.
something else that we didn't really touch on yet, Sonic 3 with Knuckles.
Yeah, that's a big
Yeah.
thing too.
Well, there was also, I know there was a big I think this was before the Super Bowl, but there's a Knuckles, like 6-episode thing on that's going on Paramount.
Nice.
yeah?
Just about Knuckles.
Mhm.
That's the right
That's
move
cool.
after seeing the
Yeah.
success of Sonic with the kids. I
Mhm.
mean, how
Yeah.
many movies
yeah.
are we in? 3
Where I
movies?
mean, Knuckles is kind of villainy in the second
Mhm.
movie, and I think having him showing off what he can do and I don't know if they'll tie that into the third movie with Shadow and
Mhm.
everything, but yeah, that's cool.
And
Yeah.
how much are we excited about Kung Fu Panda 4? They really leaned into those little rabbits with all about the violence. They showed us that
Yeah.
little teaser like 4 times. I'm like, these kids are not the best part of the trailer. Give us more
Mhm.
Jack Black and less whatever this bit is. You know
Right.
what I mean?
I mean, I'm not that excited for Kung Fu Panda because it's, what is this, number 4 at this point? And
Mhm.
it gets worse and worse as we go. But with seeing Mario a couple years ago or last year, we know Jack Black can deliver. He can give us what we want, even in
I
a
think he's
not great
proven that
movie.
himself
I'm not
way
saying that.
before Mario, right?
Yeah, not
Oh,
even
yeah.
just not Mario was a bad movie, but Jack Black can deliver. And
Look,
I even
I
saw
think I think it's all in the writing for Jack Black. If you give him something to work with,
yeah, you
it'll
give
amplify it. But if you
Yeah.
don't know how to write for Jack Black and you also don't give him a lot of probably leeway to improvise, then you're just wasting
Well,
your money, right?
okay, give us a movie where Jack Black did not deliver.
Kung Fu Panda 3.
I didn't have a problem with his performance.
No, but it
his
wasn't
performance was
written well for the humor of Jack Black.
Maybe. I mean, aside from Jack Black, I can't give you an example. Back to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Let's get into the
Taylor
the
Swift.
nitty gritty,
The
right?
gritty?
Sure.
The nitty gritty. This was a thrill ride. Now, I would like to
Yeah.
remind the audience, we are not sports fans.
No.
No, not
we
at
do
all.
not we don't partake regularly. However,
This is not a sports channel.
we do like to enjoy the Super Bowl when it comes out because it has lots of trailers and things and entertainment
Yeah,
potential.
there's high entertainment value at the Super Bowl. That's
What
the
did
whole
you
point.
guys think with this game going into overtime?
Ooh, the second time in history the Super
Mhm.
Bowl's gone into overtime. It hasn't happened in decades.
Yeah, it
I
was
gotta say, wow, what a thrill
it was
ride.
kinda
Yeah.
it was kinda thrilling.
Yes.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. I was kind of like on the edge of my seat. I wasn't voting necessarily for a specific team.
I was.
No.
I kinda was like I kinda wanted the 49ers to win.
I did too.
I
And just
kinda wanted
because.
just because of the Taylor Swift thing, I kinda wanted the Chiefs to win just because of the Taylor Swift,
Okay, I was
right?
so torn on last
No.
night because I do not wanna vote for the team that's representing the city of San Francisco. I don't. It's such a terrible city. I did
Yeah.
not want that representation to win. I also didn't want the Chiefs to win because of the Swifties. I didn't want them to have that victory.
Yeah.
They started
They
the
took too many
season with the
victories
Swifties,
this year.
I
and
also
ended the season with the
I
Swifties.
personally think that Patrick Mahomes played a clumsy game. Per- for
That's
I
not
think
my
I
opinion.
think Mahomes
He
as
made
an
one wrong
individual.
move. He
Yeah.
made
No.
one mistake.
I think he stumbled around a lot. Now he executed where he needed to execute, but I feel like it was more of his
clumsy.
recovery that was impressive. When because he backs up so far that
Mhm.
if he gets sacked, he's going so far back.
He
Oh,
does.
yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
that's true.
He just
Now,
it felt like he was stumbling around a
I
little
want
bit,
you
but he
guys to
managed to
play.
pull it out.
I want you to play a little game with me, okay?
Mm,
Okay.
So the Brody was the other Kirby, I think, is the other quarterback. All right,
I thought it was
and then
Purdy.
Purdy, yeah, Brody Purdy,
Mhm.
Brody Purdy. So I looked up these fellas' ages. Did you guys happen to look up how old they were?
No.
All right, so
No.
Patrick Mahomes. Let's do a quick guessing game.
Mhm.
How old do you think Patrick Mahomes is?
24.
I'd say closer to 30.
Okay, how old do you think Brody Purdy is?
Purdy
He
looks
was
young.
the
49ers quarterback.
He was the white dude that looked like an office worker.
yeah, but he looked young too.
Like a
Quarterback for the
regular
49ers.
average guy.
Yeah, 20. I'm gonna say 25. I don't know. I'm going young with both these guys.
All right, so Patrick Mahomes is 28. He was born in September, 2 months after me.
Wow.
2 months after I was born,
Mhm.
Patrick Mahomes was born. Okay, that makes me quiver in my boots because
Mhm.
Yeah.
high expectations. Next thing is Brody Purdy, young fella, got himself his team to the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
He is 24 years old.
Wow.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
older than all of us fellas.
You mean we're all older than him?
Oh yeah, we're all older than Brody. All right,
I was like, wait, what?
he is a
That's
young lad that got his
Yeah,
team
that's
to freaking the
impressive.
Super Bowl. That's
Yeah.
very impressive. And
That's pretty
all
cool.
we've seen is Tom Brady the past 17 Super Bowls,
Mhm.
and he's in.
Yeah,
his
people were talking about that, like, Patrick Mahomes getting to the Super Bowl,
2 years
kinda
in a row.
right, kinda taking up that,
Victory 2 years in a row.
yeah.
I'll say this. Look, they played at an entertaining game, and that's really what this channel is about. It's about good entertainment. And so how can we not? Now, do you think that the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift thing added for 100% a deep level of annoyance for a lot of people that are not Swifties? However, was the entertainment value higher because of the Swift controversy? Do you think we were thoroughly entertained by just being annoyed and upset about this?
I think
maybe.
every play that, Kelce made,
They're
every
like,
play that he
"Taylor Swift?"
made, was colored by the fact that he's dating Taylor Swift.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
time they show him on camera, people think Taylor Swift,
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and that's
it's horrible for his career.
wild. That is
Yeah.
insane. And for forever, he will be associated with Taylor Swift.
But listen, the Super Bowl 2024, there are 2 big players, all right? We're
Mhm.
talking Patrick Mahomes and Taylor Swift.
Mhm. Yeah.
Taylor Swift wasn't on the field, but
Right.
she might as well have been. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
She might as well.
Yeah.
They gave her a Taylor cam. So every time the Chiefs
Oh,
did
they
something,
did.
they're like, "What does Taylor think about this?" And she was up there with what's her face? Ryan Reynolds' wife?
Um,
Blake Lively.
Blake
Yes.
Lively. They were
And
just up
and
there
Ice
going like,
Ice Spice as well.
"Yay." Did you guys catch that one moment where the reporters were like, "Oh, there's a streaker."
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
And then they were
Partial
like,
Because it's a
streaker.
partial streaker.
and then he's
but
like,
we're not
"Oh,
gonna show it."
We're not allowed to talk about it." And then they moved on. And for the rest of the game, I was making partial streaker jokes.
Oh, for
Dude.
me it was the end of the game where he's like, we love this, we love the Super Bowl. I love you. The other commentator says, we love the Super Bowl, we love these people, we love this game. I love you.
I love you.
And I was like, my man he just shot his shot right there in the booth. I love you.
I love you. in front of the world.
in front of the world, in front of America.
Wait, what?
Now, how
It's
popular
funny.
do you think the Super Bowl is in other countries?
0.
Zero
No.
popularity?
They said at the game they were like we have some people in Mexico viewing. We have some people in like
Canada. Canada.
yeah, Canada that are viewing. And
Yeah,
so there is a little bit of people outside the United States, but
but
not much.
I would say it's like the same interest for, countries like for like America and the World Cup. I think
Right.
you get a couple of some serious World Cup fans
Mhm.
from America.
Mhm.
But most of their viewership is coming from, everywhere else.
This is when we need Nikita on the live. We need to get her
Right?
thoughts on American football.
Well, I'm more interested. She probably is more versed in the drama of what's
Taylor
going on
Swift?
behind the scenes with Taylor Swift, and I mean that moment, that people are talking about where Kelsey's yelling at the coach,
Right.
right? You said you think he should have been taken out of the game.
Joshua did.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what he said to the coach. I don't know what went on really, except for in my head, all I thought was this guy is getting too big for his britches, and he is yelling at the coach because he's his fame, and he thinks that he's the one who's basically bringing everything to this game. That his coach, who literally is the coach, can bench him if he wanted to. Which I don't think the coach can actually, because I
Okay.
guarantee the people who own the team are going to be like, put him back in. But
Get to the
I would have
point.
been like, okay, you're getting too big for your britches. I'm going to bench you right quick.
I don't think that they should have benched him. It's that players are allowed to get heated, and if you're going to yell at your coach, you should probably do that in the locker. But they for sure yell at their coach. These are grown men we're talking about.
Now you looked up what he said, like some lip reading stuff?
No, I
right?
didn't look up anything that he said. All I did was I went to Twitter right after, and I saw everyone was concerned for Taylor's safety. I saw this one dude create an AI image of Taylor Swift making out with the big coach. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah, there's a hilarious AI generated image of Taylor Swift in her black dress, just making out with the old man coach. It was a hilarious picture. That I felt ethically wrong, but I was like, I'm enjoying this. This is entertainment.
So the general consensus for what Kelsey said was, "Keep me in, you f-bomb. I'm calm now."
He looked calm, and you know what? That was a convincing spirit he had as he
Yeah.
grabbed his coach by the arm and shoved him a little. You know,
Right.
I'm calm.
Yeah. I'm calm. There was like 4 different injuries.
There's a
I wanna say
few.
There was a couple
quite a few
injuries.
injuries. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. Did you guys catch? Do you know what that blue tent was for? Because they were like, this one player's going into the blue tent,
Probably
and
medical.
Medical
tent.
tent, probably.
but that the other injuries, they freaking took him out on the little caboose, on the little cart. You know,
Probably depends on the injury.
Yeah, the injury.
but I was just so
one goes to the
interested.
tent, one doesn't.
I was like, why are they just putting a blue tent over this guy?
Mm.
And we were trying to figure it out. It was like, what does the blue tent mean? Is he in timeout? Is he getting serviced? I mean, who knows
Right.
what it was? It's a blue tent. It just
They're
appeared out of nowhere. And just,
they're
whoop.
tweaking his AI. So let's give a little bit of voice to your thoughts on the halftime show.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay, yeah.
on my or all of
Mhm.
ours?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
we're
we'll
all gonna
speak on
probably
it?
touch on it.
All right, so this I want to start because I feel like I have a differing opinion than most
Mhm.
everybody, and I learned that while I was at work this morning. Conversation. So
Yeah.
apparently, everyone
You were-
thought it was a great idea to bring Usher in for the halftime show, and
Uh-huh.
I thought, why have Post Malone at the top of the game when you should have switched
Mhm.
those? Let Usher sing the national anthem or whatever it was that he sang,
Mhm.
So
and
I
put Most
I did
Malone as the halftime show.
I did say this before the game started. I did say, why they put someone like Usher, which he's popular still. I don't want to say he's not popular, but
He's
like
not popular.
why are we putting someone? Why are we not putting like a younger person in front of everybody? Like I don't know, you Post Malone or even like someone
Relevant.
who's new, like even like Kid Leroy or something like
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a trash take, my dude. Trash take,
Nope.
both
It's
of
a
you
good
guys.
take.
No,
It's a good take.
Everybody on the
I'm not
planet knows who Usher is,
I'm
and the
not denying
women
Usher and
listen,
not saying that it was a good show. I just
the
think
women watch
that
and love Usher.
Do
yeah.
they?
Yeah, women
Mm.
love Usher.
All right,
Uh,
let's just tell you this. So on YouTube, Usher dropped his full album that came out like a couple days ago. Okay.
Of course
New
he's
album.
going to.
Each video is getting around 30 to 50,000 views
Mhm.
for
right.
his music. So you call that relevant? Post Malone drops an album and he's getting 6 million a song on YouTube. This guy's getting 30,000 a
Yeah, but
song.
That is true.
it's Usher.
It doesn't matter.
Usher.
Usher's a has been.
I don't think you have to be relevant to perform the halftime show. I think you have to be I think you need to be a good artist. And I think he put on a pretty good show.
No, I'm not
I had a
gonna
great
I never downgraded his show. I just said he's put somebody younger.
No, I don't care about young. I don't care about young.
young either.
I loved the fact that they had a Rihanna pregnant on last year. I thought she put
Mhm.
on a great show.
Mhm.
Rihanna is relevant,
Mm.
and it was cool to see a pregnant woman perform in the halftime show. She was up
See,
there doing little
I
pregnant
don't
woman dances. I thought it
I
was
don't know.
fun.
I don't think relevance should have anything to do with it. I think
No, I think
it's
it has everything
performance.
to do with it.
I think it's performance. Usher's a great performer. You
When
get
are the
somebody who can
days where you had
perform.
Justin Timberlake and the Jackson woman getting their
It-
tops ripped off?
That's
Gone
not
are the days.
that's terrible performance. You don't want that kind of stuff.
I do. I want it back.
I see.
want it back?
I just want Usher on rollerblades, roller
See, I just
skates. You
want
know,
I want them to bring the Backstreet Boys back. Why do we not have them in this?
they'll be back. They'll be
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
But
As
okay,
long
but
as there's
listen.
music, they'll be coming back. They said it in the song, so
Yeah.
And they did say it in the song, didn't they? I
Usher
just
did
think
get on some blades though.
okay, think about this. If the NFL wanted someone who's going to really spice up for all ages, that is relevant,
mhm.
you had him at the game. He sang the opening song.
I see. If we're going with relevance, right?
No one's more relevant
Uh,
than Post Malone.
it would have been
Taylor Swift.
it would have been more.
Yeah.
It
Look.
would have been more interesting for Taylor Swift to perform.
It would have been
Or-
interesting, but Taylor Swift already had a strong presence at that game. Let's be honest.
She did.
How many more eyes do you think they could have gotten on this game if they had
Perform.
said Taylor Swift for this halftime
You think-
No,
show?
this is
You think
what they would have
offered
done.
it to her and
No.
she said no because she's like, I'm selling out like arenas and making millions of dollars.
That
and
could
I'm
be
gonna-
it.
You guys
how
can't
much
afford
more
me.
money do I need to make for the NFL?
Okay,
Yeah.
so check this out. So Disney just bought the rights to the video recording of the Eras tour that was being
Mhm.
played in theaters to be streamed on Disney Plus. They purchased it for $75 million.
Whew, for real?
Disney Plus purchased it for
Wow.
$75 million for what was played in
She's a
theaters
billionaire.
for the Eras
She's a
tour.
billionaire.
She's not a billionaire, but she's dang close. Now, I think if you had Post Malone doing the halftime show and then she came out and did a duet with Posty, I know they're
Mhm.
friends. I know that they're friends. That would have broke the internet. Have an awesome performance by Post Malone, and then she leaves her box seat to come
Mhm.
down and sing a song with Post Malone. That
Yeah.
would have been rocking.
Yeah. Now
right?
I will say that they, for some reason, they really promoted. There were
Not
a
to
couple things
whitewash the
saying,
halftime
like,
show, by the way.
couple things saying like something about breaking the internet. I know Beyonce was saying stuff about breaking the internet.
Right.
It's like I definitely don't think that Usher was breaking the internet.
I don't
I
think.
think I think he was
I'll tell you
I think-
something. He was breaking a sweat. You know what I'm
breaking-
saying?
breaking his sweat. Man, the memes for that is killing me.
Yeah.
3 songs in and my man was sweat.
Dude, I acknowledged. I was like, why is he sweating so much? It's like someone threw a
He
bucket
needed a
of water on
pastor
him.
rag. He needed to.
What was
Give himself a
entertaining
couple
to
of
Like
me,
I was in an 80s movie.
what was entertaining to me was that like throughout the songs, he sang like across like 3 to 4 songs.
Sure.
He slowly lost like different pieces of clothing. right? His glove came off, his other glove came off, his
Mm.
jacket came off, and then his shirt came off. I knew I called it from the beginning when he's sitting there on that throne. I was like, every bit of that's coming off.
And every bit of it.
Yeah.
I think I just really don't know that Usher was a good choice. Every time they're teasing it, they're like, Usher's gonna be performing the halftime show. I'd be like, the guy who's saying, yeah, that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
I don't care that they got Ludacris and Lil Jon up in there. I don't care.
They're in the song.
I know. And I don't care that
Yeah.
they were there in person performing. Yeah. I think, honestly, all three of them are has-beens.
But
Ooh.
Lil Jon got the beat to make your booty go.
Pop.
Yeah. I mean,
Or bing, or whatever the song says.
right. I mean,
Look, I'm not saying these songs ain't slapping, but they were slapping in 2011. You know what I mean?
okay, maybe you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but I think here's the issue. I think the issue with the Super Bowl.
That
And
was
I
a
think-
decade ago.
Here's the issue with the Super Bowl. The people watching are not necessarily all young people.
No,
And I think in
yeah.
the past they've had issues with viewership during the halftime show when they bring out young, current, fresh artists who young people may know about, but who all of the old people who are watching the Super Bowl and have been for decades have no idea who that is.
Sure.
Usher has street cred. Beyonce,
Hold on.
Rihanna, older people
You
know
can't
who these
put
people
Usher
are.
and Beyonce and Rihanna in the same category because Rihanna and Beyonce have ascended to the modern day of musical relevance.
But they've been around for a minute. I
If
think
Usher-
the reason
that were,
they've consistently for the past couple of years put on performers who have been successful for more than a decade is because they want the viewership of the halftime show to be up more than
I
like
want to ask you a
50%.
question. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Isn't it sad
No.
that Usher has a new album that dropped 3 days ago?
Mm.
And in the halftime show, he wasn't able to perform a single one of those songs because nobody knows them. They only knows his 2011
But
hit.
what this is the thing about the Super Bowl.
Justin
performance.
Timberlake was performing his hits from the Smurfs movie or whatever the crap he was
This-
singing.
This is,
Remember?
this is the thing about the Super Bowl performance.
Okay.
They want the viewership. And if some person that, probably, I would say 70% of their audience has no idea who that is, comes
Sure.
up and starts singing songs that they have no idea what they are,
Sure.
they're not going to enjoy it. But I'm almost positive that, people at least from age 20 to 35 to 40 have all heard at least some of Usher's work, at least some of Beyonce, at least some of Rihanna, and can
Yeah.
sing at least some of the songs.
Yes, Rihanna and Beyonce. I would feel like a 20-year-old because
Mm.
remind you, we're in our upper 20s at this point.
Mhm.
I think a 20-year-old you might be hard pressed. Be like
I
they
was
might
singing-
have
I
heard.
was singing
Yeah,
some of his songs.
you are 27, my dude.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think honestly,
What, honestly?
who are the major players at the Super Bowl? You got Patrick Mahomes, Taylor
Mhm.
Swift, Usher.
Mhm. Kelsey.
Nope. He's a proxy of Taylor Swift.
No. The man's a good athlete.
The
And
man was a good athlete. Now he's Taylor Swift's boyfriend. All right.
he's a good athlete.
Mm.
He is.
all
How
the
much are we
guys,
going to hear of Kelsey when they
all the
break up?
all the guys on that team were good.
They
mean,
were. I'm
wrong
just
about it.
saying he made a career mistake by taking this entire season to brand himself as Taylor's boyfriend.
Nah.
or did the Chiefs get to the Super Bowl because of the publicity?
Yeah, you could say that
If it's
same thing
scripted.
about. You could say that same thing about Pete Davidson.
Pete
Yeah.
Davidson he should have played the halftime show. Do a little stand-up bit. Yeah, when are
Hey,
the stand-ups?
Hey guys, I'm at the halftime show.
When are comics going to be able? Comics are being treated like superstars. They're going to not just theaters, but they're going to stadiums and
And
performing their
if
comedy.
if a comic got up on stage for the Super Bowl, would you want it to be a new comic with a whole bunch of new material you've never heard of, or somebody that you know and love and you've heard their stuff before?
I want Bill Burr to riff on the crowd and riffed on
You
Taylor
Right.
Swift.
Huh,
do,
it's
but
I
almost
want
nobody
like
Travis Kelce.
you want an established performer to perform the way they have been established to perform.
But we're talking about comedy. We're in a different genre now.
No, it's the
I
same
want Bill
thing.
Burr
You
to
want
riff.
you want those viewership numbers to stay on the screen. You don't want them to switch channels or anything.
It's either got to be Bill Burr or Matt Rife. You got to go. You got to go.
No,
one of
no.
the two.
We're going. I lost his name. The famous guy.
Shane
the-
Gillis.
No, the black dude.
Shane
The older. Why?
Cat Williams.
No, he's in Men
Dave
in Tights.
Chappelle.
Dave
Dave
Chappelle.
Chappelle.
We
Dave
gotta have Chappelle. Chappelle's like the man for stand up.
I don't even know what I'm doing here at the Super Bowl.
Was
Giving
that
a
Chappelle?
performance. Yeah, that was my best Chappelle. That's more young Chappelle.
You don't have to do his voice. You just have to do his tempo.
Hmm
Yeah.
I was doing
What
young.
am I doing at the Super Bowl? You know,
Nah, he's got a little bit more. It's a little bit more nasal, man.
what am I doing
Yeah,
at the
there you
Super
go.
Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's as high
Who?
anymore.
Oh,
He
his
used to go
voice is much lower. Yeah.
much lower now.
Mhm.
You know, too many of those smoking cigarettes and stuff.
No, it's age. It's age. Your voice gets deeper with age.
Yeah. Hey, y'all,
But-
I caught a lot of flack for my Netflix special. It's called The Closer. Yeah.
Tell us what you guys think of the Super Bowl.
Transgenders are after me.
It's a big event. We had a good time watching it. I'm sure there's so much stuff we missed. I was talking with my family the whole time. My mom thinks Patrick Mahomes is autistic
Why?
because he was doing hand signals, and she's like, "He's clearly autistic. Look at the hand signals."
You realize
mean,
he's
Yes,
communicating.
that's
to
what
the
I
other-
was telling her.
like,
Your mom. He's clearly
mean,
autistic.
And then they would zoom in on his face, and he'd be like, and she's like,
it's because
she
you
would
got a
look at
mouth
me,
thing in.
she would look at me, and she's like,
Autism.
like, oh my gosh,
Your mom's wilding out.
yeah, she was.
She's over here talking about things that no one else is thinking.
Yeah.
I'm worried
Um,
about the guy who's in his second Super Bowl. I think he's
Right.
got a touch of the tism.
Her conclusion towards the end was, I think they all have a little bit of autism.
I mean, they are a little autistic.
So yeah, tell us what you guys think
My
down in the
goodness.
comments in the playback.
Mhm.
We love that you show up, and we love when you watch the playback. Thank you
mean,
guys for joining us. We
double
hope we'll
playbacks.
see you for what? What? Excuse me?
I said double playbacks. I like the reference, but you said it twice.
Oh, okay. Sorry. We'll see you guys in the next Monday all weekend.